Here's how the system works. Everything you could ever ask for, you could ever have now, or ever ask for in the future, you already have right now. You already have all of it. You simply are not experiencing it. Because everything that has ever happened is happening now, and ever will happen is happening right now. And so it is for you merely to reach into the sea of infinite possibilities and call forth the reality you choose now to experience. And you do this through three devices mainly: thought, word, and action. That is, what you say, what you think or believe, and of course what you do.
How you think and how you feel broadcasts an electromagnetic signature that influences every single atom in your life. The thoughts that you think are the electrical charge in the quantum field. The feelings that you emote are the magnetic charge in the quantum field. The thought sends the signal out, and the feeling draws the event back. So if you're walking around your life feeling sorry for yourself and feeling like a victim, you are broadcasting that signature into the field. And you will create more experiences to suffer. Because we are not punished for our sins. We are punished by our sins. And sin is an attitude. And sin is how you think and how you feel.
If you can see it in your mind, visualize it, it must happen. That's a law of the universe. I want you to think about what it is you want in your life. But be specific. See it as already done, already accomplished. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. And it will happen in a way that you would never, ever in a million years figure is going to happen. You say, I've got to do this and this and this. You're limiting to them as the only possible way it can happen. Just say, this is what I want. See it as already done, already accomplished. They fill in the blanks.
What you think produces energy in the universe that, if you think it often enough and long enough, will actually produce a physical result in your life. Our second level of creation is our words. As you speak, so will it be done. And so your word is really a form of energy. You're actually producing energy in the room with what you say. And that energy is creative. You say something often enough, loudly enough, and I promise you it will come to pass. If two or more start saying the same thing, I assure you it will come to pass. And when a whole group of people start saying the same thing, it cannot help but come to pass. This is called group consciousness, and it's, by the way, why the world is the way it is. Because our collective consciousness has not allowed itself to be raised to the level of the individual consciousnesses of many of us.
If they stop messaging you or texting you back and it's driving you crazy, say this powerful affirmation and it will change everything. Put your hand over your heart and say, I now release all my expectations attached to, and say their name. I release it now, I release it fully, and I also release all the pain, all the trauma, all the fear that this brings up in my past. I release all of it now. I surrender, I am open, and I'm ready for all the beautiful things coming into my life. I am safe, and I am safe. Say that and watch yourself release everything that you're attached to, connecting you to this person, so you can finally move on and not be rattled, bothered, or jarred by it.
2. Whenever you wake up in the morning, today is going to be a great day. You have to nudge your brain. We have a conscious mind, we have an unconscious mind, we have a self-image, and your subconscious is paying attention to the words that the conscious mind is saying. And so if you're like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed, today is going to be a bad day, you're going to have a bad day because you just programmed your subconscious mind to do that. Every day when my feet hit the floor, today is going to be a great day. And I've been doing this for years, and it's so helpful.
We create what we focus on. Where focus goes, energy flows, but most people are focusing on what they have to do, not what they can do. They're focusing on what is versus what they're here to create. What makes you a leader is you see things as they are, but then you see it better than it is, and you make it the way you see it. You come up with that vision and you make it happen.
You are
extraordinary. You are unique. The odds against there being someone exactly like you are over 50 billion to 1. That every single part of your body, and anatomists and physiologists and doctors have demonstrated that your blood composition is different from any other person that has ever lived. Your fingerprints are different. Your lip prints are different. Even your ear prints are different. Even your toe prints are different from anybody that has ever lived. You are different from anyone else, and self-knowledge begins with accepting that you are a unique and special individual and that you have the capacity to do something wonderful with your life. Now, that being said, you are also the same as everybody else with respect to certain basic principles. Throughout the history of mankind, the most intelligent men and women who have ever lived have sought answers to the question of the human dilemma. What can people do in order to change the quality of their lives, their relationships, and their results? The great philosophers, the great metaphysicians, the great scholars have pondered over this sometimes for their entire lifetimes. In our century, I know men and women who spent 10, 20, 30, 40, even 50 years studying success and achievement to find out what general rules and principles we can draw upon to be more successful. The first thing that we have to start with, the basis for this entire course, the psychology of achievement, is that you are a mental creature. The only thing that makes you truly unique is your mind. Everything else you have in common, as Eugene O'Neill, the playwright, said, with a horse or a pig. Your mind is what makes you unique. Your body simply carries your mind around. And just as electricity works on laws of electricity, and physics works on laws of physics, and nature works on laws of nature, there are certain mental laws that determine everything that happens to you. And these mental laws are as inexorable as the laws of gravity. They work 100% of the time. And every single success you have in life comes from living your life in harmony with basic mental laws. And every problem or difficulty you ever have in life comes from living your life out of harmony with those basic laws.
Learn to become still and to take your attention away from what you don't want and all the emotional charge around it, and place the attention on what you wish to experience. Energy flows where attention goes. You can begin right now to feel healthy. You can begin to feel prosperous. You can begin to feel the love that's surrounding you, even if it's not there. And what will happen is the universe will correspond to the nature of your song. The universe will correspond to the nature of that inner feeling and manifest, because that's the way you feel.
Now, it would appear as if the only way I could get to the other side of this ladder is to climb over the ladder. But the truth isn't always in the appearance of things. You see, I could just walk through this ladder. Now, where I might have used an illusion to get this point across, you might want to think of this for a second. All obstacles are illusions, but the obstacles cause us to have doubts in our mind. Are we really capable of doing this? You know, if you had formed the attitude that every obstacle is an illusion, just like this ladder, I didn't have to climb over it. I could just walk right through it. Well, you may not be able to walk through some of the obstacles, but I can guarantee you this. You're able to figure out how to get around them, how to get over them, or how to get to where you want to go. You're able to do anything. So get the idea about whether you're able or not right out of your mind. You're quite capable of doing anything that you want to do. You can turn your fantasies into facts.